Hello everyone and welcome back. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Prime Coding channel. So today we'll discuss about the digital interview experience of TCS NQT 2024. This interview experience is very different compared to the other experiences because in this experience the interviewer were focusing more on the concepts about HTML, CSS, JavaScripts. I know that many of the people would definitely mention these types of technology into their resume, but they were not being comfortable with it because they might study the machine learning or the MERN stack. So they have focus on these particular basics language so that they can know about how much you know and how you are able to present yourself. So this interview was happened on 13th of June 2024 in Tamil Nadu state. So one of our Prime Coding community member were appeared for that and he has shared all the necessary thing that was asked to him very briefly so that guys like you would be very helpful. So thanks for that person as well as let's move to this video. So the very first is the candidate experiences. As you can see here how nicely he has shared everything that is need to be known. And before going to the interview, he took mock sessions. In that mock sessions, I'm also told that please give us a detailed interview feedback so that it would be very helpful to you guys to prepare for those particular types of interview where the HTML has been focused. Okay, so we'll see each and every concepts from the scratch so that because these concepts are very basic and more trends to ignorable. So we'll see each and everything. So class is a very basic question. What do you mean by class? And it's a technical question that I'm taking now. So define class. So class, most of you knew, is a blueprint of a creating object in object-oriented programming language, and it's encapsulated the data for the object and methods to manipulate the data. Everyone has their own class definition, so please be on that. And the follow-up question that you can expect is what do you mean by blueprint and what do you mean by objects and all. These types of follow-up question that you can expect. Now, the technical question 2, what define the structure? As you can see, it is now focusing on C language because interview know that you might have studied C in your first or second year. Mostly everyone who would have been gone through the language C. Then the interview could be a non-language specific interview. I hope you got my point. Now, a structure is a user-defined data type available in the language like C, C++ that grouping variables of different types of under a single name. Structure is a kind of class types, but it doesn't have any 4 pillars like a class, but it can store the objects, initiate the variables and all. Moving with the third problem is abstraction is possible in C? If no, please let me know why. So this is a question had been asked multiple times in previous interview experiences also and here also. Now I would tell you right now I have uploaded a most asked questions of coding section as well as tomorrow or I will upload the most asked technical questions. In that also I have mentioned this question and see in the interview itself it has been come up. Now it's your job to go through this video and ace the interview. Now we'll see the approach of this. So abstraction as a concept is possible in C. Great. Abstraction is possible in C, but it is not natively supported by the language as it is in C++ or Java. In C, abstraction can be achieved using structures. Listen to it. Using structures, you can achieve the abstraction. These keywords you need to specify in your explanation. Function pointers, but it lacks the built-in support for the classes and inheritance. Okay, see how nicely the definition has been made and that candidate would have told in the interview. What are the OOPS concept? I hope everyone would have know about this. Encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism are the pillars of OOPS. So everyone would be known about that. What do you mean by modulus? So here we are talking about the modulus operator. What do you mean by modulus operator? So you can see modulus is an arithmetic operation that finds the remainder of the division number by another. That's a simple thing. And the follow-up question was, in which program we usually use the modulus operator? So here are the programs: checking even and odd numbers, finding remainders of the mathematical computation, fixed a set of values such as array indices, implementing hash functions. See how clearly I have written. But in that interview, the guy told we can apply modulus operator in Armstrong number. And see, they have asked him, what do you mean by Armstrong number? How you can code that up? So whatever you are telling, whatever keyword is coming from your mouth would be the follow-up question from the interview. So please have a command over your speaking skills, what you are actually telling. Now we'll see what do you mean by Armstrong number, because that candidate being faced with this question. An Armstrong number, an arithmetic number, is the number that is equal to the sum of its own, which basically means if the number is 153, so 1 cube, 5 cube and 3 cube should result as 153. It is an Armstrong number then. And you can see the similar has been did here and we have got our answer. Okay, it would be some space between them. Yes. Now, how it doesn't told like you need to code, but they ask what do you mean by Armstrong number and what would be the approach. So approach is very simple. You just need to traverse over each digit. In the previous interview experience, you might have saw that particular question, how you can reverse the integer. The same like in most asked coding question, I have told specifically this question can come up and this question came. So please watch that most asked coding questions. The link would be the description or in the I button. Great. So recursion is a program. The next question is, what do you mean by recursion? So recursion is a programming technique where function call itself in order to solve a problem. This is the very generic definition. You can go through it. All these PPTs would be provided in my Telegram group. Now, static and dynamic function. What do you mean by static and dynamic function? So static functions are the functions that are limited to the file scope which they are declared. And C++ static function can only be called within the same source file, can't be from the another source file. Dynamic function typically refer to the function that is determined at the runtime, often through functions pointer or dynamic linking. So basically static is a simple function, but in the dynamic function, you can use pointers and dynamic linking. In a short, I have told you to keep these types of keyword into your mind and create a response around it so that you will not forget in the interview. Try to remember at least the keywords. Great. So what are the rare HTML tags? So some rare HTML tags include base, BDI, data, dialog, template. Guys, in the mock session as well, I have saw people, they don't know how to explain your answer. So firstly, let them know about the types. Great. Let them know about when you are explaining it, heading, then explanation, and if example is possible, then explanation, then example if it is possible. Try to do in that format. Same like this. Some rare HTML tags include base, BDI, data, dialog, template. And have a pause. It might be the interview is not interested to listen the types definition, but when he is necessarily want you to speak about all the type, then he will definitely ask you, please specify those types. Then tell, okay, so base is specify the base URL of the relative URL document. Similar with BDI isolates a part of text that might be formatted in different direction from the other next. And similar with the data, dialog and template. You need to follow these particular format when you are telling about your answer. How to identify version of HTML? So the version of HTML can be identified by the doc type declaration at the beginning of the document, for example. So if you have gone through the HTML language, at the very first line, you might have seen this line, doc type. So this is a particular way to find a version of an HTML HTML script that you have written. Fair enough. How to link a JS file? How to link a JS file? You can link a JS file using a link tag. If you want to add another JS file or add JS file into your HTML script, you can use link tag. But what if you want to implement HTML code in your same HTML file, then you need to use the script tag. Okay, for script tag also you can link your code. Great. Now, what are the functions in JS? Functions in JavaScript are block of code designed by the perform a particular task. They can be defined using function declaration, expression or narrow functions. These are very generic questions that you can expect. And I have saw that not in the JavaScript, but do function can replace oops. So you need to prepare this type of questions so that the implicative knowledge you should have of every topic that you have gone through. Now, the example of the function in JavaScript is function keyword we itself use to create a function, then add a, b, then return a plus b, const add function that's calling the function and returning it, and we'll got the answer in the last. Great. What is onClick function? So the onClick function is an event handler in JavaScript that is triggered when an element is clicked. Example, button on click, alert button clicked, and click me button. So what it will do, if there is an alert, then button clicked will be pop up on your screen. Okay, so this is a way of getting what do you mean by onClick function. So there is a good definition. Please go through it, put this into your mind so that if anyone have asked, then you can able to answer it. Now, how to encrypt data while sending the database? The encrypt data while sending to the database, you can use encryption algorithms such as AES encryption standard. Now, if you are telling about AES, so you should be aware of which internal algorithm has been followed in AES, what is the architecture of AES. If you are very confident with your definition, then you can expect these types of question into the interview if your profile is prime. Great. And even in digital. Now, how AES is stronger than the ciphertext and any other encryption algorithm? This is a basic generic question that usually pops in the interview. Great. Now, how to combine front-end and back-end code? This can be a multiple approach that how you can club it. As per your experience, you can tell the answer, but the basic difference, basic explanation I have written here: combining front-end and back-end code involves setting up a web server that you need. Basically, people use web servers as an Express.js and routes to handle HTTP request responses. Commonly, front-end code HTML, CSS, or JS, and interacts with the backend server like using API. So this is a very generic definition, but as per your that you have a good experience or you have created project in which you are combining front end and back end, then please tell that approach, giving your project as an example. What is React props and render? As the candidate told, he is learning React at that time. So it is a very basic question that would be asked from the React. So props, short for the properties, are a read-only attribute used to pass data from a parent to component to the child component in React. And render method is a React component returns JSX that should be rendered to the DOM. Now, the follow-up question that could be come from, what do you mean by DOM? So in one of the interview experience that I have uploaded of the prime interview, they have asked them, what do you mean by DOM? What do you mean by why you have using React instead of Angular? So that they can see whether you have research, whether learning, or you directly jump over a technology to learn. So my recommendation would be, please try to learn whatever you are learning, but have a good knowledge about it. Why you are learning it? Why another language that you are learning it? If you are going to any sports shop, you don't directly buy something. You usually compare with other stuffs. Same applies to here. When you are going or learning any technologies, make sure why you are learning that technologies. Is that a good technology as compared to the other present or whatever. So this type of question that you need to prepare. Great. Now we'll hop over the HR questions. So HR question is very favorable. Asked a favorite sports that I as of know, his favorite sports is cricket. We have talked in the mock sessions, and there are 5 teams. Each team has to play one game with each team. So how you can do that question? See, the probability has been asked to this guy. Then how you can solve it? Now, if you have score good in TCS NQT, that's why you have got digital or prime role or ninja role. So how you can explain this question? So basically you have 5 teams and conducting a match, you need 2 teams. So can't you think it's a combination problem in which you need to find 2 teams out of 5 given teams? So it can be 5C2, and you might have know how to solve this n factorial by k factorial, n minus k factorial. That's it. You just need to put the values inside it and you will find your answer. Now, probability of getting a sum of two indices when two dices when two of them are thrown simultaneously. Guys, see, these types of questions were asked to him, but luckily he was able to answer all this question. Okay, so how you can do that? So if there are two dices, great. So what would be the total number of outcomes? Total number of outcomes would be 36 because if you are tossing or throwing a dice, then it might be you will get some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you are throwing some another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that when you club and create an outcome like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, the total number of outcome you can found at the end is 36 outcomes. Now you need to find of getting the sum as 12. So when you will get the sum as 12, when two dices is equivalent to 6 and 6, then what is the probability of getting 12 as a sum? So we know that the definition of an event. So occurrence of that event or total number of outcomes. So occurrence here is 1 because there is only one probability of getting 12. So 1 out of 36 would be the answer of this question. See, these are the very basic questions that would be asked, but at the interview you might shocked why they are asking me the questions about probability. But as this interview is very different as compared to the other interview, please you need to go through it. Now, you prefer work from home or work from office? So you should have a good answer. Please try to tell work from office so that they will also think, yeah, this guy is very work oriented and he need a specific environment for that, and company usually prefer those guys who are preferably come to office. So have your answer related to office. Will you coming to office even when distance is so far? Tell them yes, because you want to sell yourself to the company. Please create the answer. The sample HR question PDF are there on my Telegram group. Please go through it with a sample template of the answer is also given in that answer PDF. So there is only person you in the team. Client send you a big issue, how you can resolve it. So try to say, yes sir, I can resolve it because this is my team and it might be I have worked on that topic. So I will try my best to do that. And if I am able to, it is good. But if it is not, I will try to call up or catch up my free teammates that can help me with that project. Try to create a response. I have created right now. So you can, because they will all contradict your each and every responses. So you should create by yourself so that every contradiction you will be able to answer. Now, being a team lead of a team member role, which one you will prefer? So please choose according to your preference. I usually choose team lead because then you can see some different types of question, and if you are using team member, you can see the different type of questions. Now, what are the trending technologies? Guys, trending technologies is a very hot question that is asking to each and every candidate who is sitting in the interview. So cloud, blockchain, and AI/ML, everything. And a good news for you, I will definitely upload all these videos in upcoming few days so that your preparation would be concrete and you will not lose this particular opportunity. But for now, please go through with all these technologies and rest the technology that I have not mentioned, like big data, the big data analytics, whatever trending technology it is, please go through that. Now, explain about IoT, because that person has a project of IoT, and as he is from CSE, they can expect the questions about IoT. So you should have a basic knowledge of IoT. Explain how IoT is used in houses, and they are asking questions about IoT because he's mentioned the trending technologies is IoT. One of the mentioned that it is an IoT is also a trending technologies. Now he is getting the questions from this particular area. So whatever you are telling, the questions will be around them. Now, important quality a leader should have. If your manager gives a credit to someone who has to work properly, but no, you are the person deserving what you will do. So try to manage this issue very kindly. Show your positiveness, not the negatives that you can go and fight with them, but you should have a good argument, and you can ask the manager what is the feedback would be given to me so that I would improve myself and show the better version. Something like that. You need to create your better response. Now you have time. Please take pen, paper, set it and write your approach. When you are writing your response, then everything would be clear into your mind. Then when you are telling it, it would be very good, like you have already been prepared, and if you are prepared, your fluency will definitely come. Now, important thing to be done as a beginner for a good at public speaking. So whatever you think you can apply, it's depend upon person to person. As I mentioned, it's as my strength in my self intro. As he had told that he mentioned about these things into the intro, then they are asking it. Now the dice game about his project that he has created. Now we'll talk about the coding question that he get. Code to find vowels and consonants count. Same question, guys, same question I have did in my previous year string pattern question. Same question I have did, and the same question were asked in this interview. So see how I am very dedicated to create the videos which will definitely help you out to crack any service-based company exam. Okay, so please go through these videos. Not only these, I have created a one-shot array solution also where covered each and every pattern that you should know before sitting in the interview. Great, the link would be in the description or you can find over my channel. Now, the same question has been done. Please go through these videos and prepare for this question. More resources. Guys, you can see the comment of SQL project and you will get to know the response of the student that they were benefited with these types of video. As this video were constructed with a deep research, having 5 to 6 years of interview experience and reading them, then finding the pattern from out and creating questions and content just to help you out, guys. So please do the hard work and grab the opportunity, and please watch this video first, then this, because this contains all the examples of the ML project, full stack project, and how to explain your internship and any professional experience you have. Fair. All the DBMS questions are there inside it that you can expect in your interview. Great. And a 2-hour one-shot array video I have already spoken about, you can find over my channel. Now, candidate feedback. As you can see, Yash is our manager. So this is a Vijay, and he completed a digital interview today, and you can see the mock interview session helped him a lot, cover a lot of topic that I was lagging and needing clarity. Most of the question were from the mock interview to be specific about trending technologies, about TCS, some situation based questions and OOPS concept. Thank you sir and Aditya sir for evaluation my area of improvement on which I worked and given the interview positively. As I will tell you, he had interview on 13 and he took the mock session on 12. So how quickly he had recovered from his weak zones, because the feedback was in detail and personalized feedback and guidance would be given to this guy, and he definitely cracked this digital interview. Now, free mock session, I am giving away 2 free mock session. Okay, you just need to comment on this video. Second, follow the LinkedIn Prime Coding page. The links would be in the description. And third, follow the Insta page. Fourth, join the Telegram group to get to know about hiring trends, any update, or the winner name would be uploaded on the Telegram group. And guys, if you want session very quickly, because it might be in this week you would be having your interview, so how you can book it, I will let you know. But the starting cost is just 99, just 99 guys. It's a very less amount as compared to others. So I will take you through how you can book the sessions. So guys, this is our Prime Coding website that me and my team had created this. Now you can see evaluate your career by Prime Coding. Everything has been mentioned. You can take a look over our channel from here, and this is me, and I mentored many. So now you can see about the cards that you can see, expert, crafted question, session type, suits. You just need to go on this website, have a look over it. Please let me know how you feel about this website, and you can see about the costings, and just you need to click on any of the button. It will take you to these form. You just need to fill it, what you need, what type of session type you need, and how many sessions you need. Our Prime Coding team will contact you, schedule your session, and bingo, then the next step would be your offer letter. So we'll meet you with a new video soon. Till then, please try to share with your friends, like this video, and I will create a new